What's going on, guys? I hope you're well. The last video of the SuperCoach AFL rookie verdicts did extremely well. Nearly 1K views. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below. You know what the go is. But if you're watching this, you owe me a sub. Simple as that. We'll get into it. We're going to review basically all of the rookies that played in round 0, or the ones that I remember to do. I should probably say that's more of an honest reflection. But if we're looking at it, we'll just kick it off. Zeke Ulen was in our watch list. He's a no-go for me. I mean, too much outside, didn't get enough of the ball, and price tag. Well, I shouldn't say didn't get enough of the ball. Didn't use it as well as I thought he would. Could be first game jitters, but in saying that, round 0 counts towards the break-evens, and we'll get into some prices later because we've calculated a fair amount of break-evens going forward, so stick around for that. But as I said, 200k didn't do enough for me. Jack Carroll against the Pies. Think he has earned a bench spot. Basement price, looked alright, does a role that Ross Lyon likes, so he stays. We've got Cooper Hines. That's a no for me. Personally, elevated price, didn't do enough. Same with Sammy Butler of the Hawks. Harvey Harrison didn't get picked. Link McCarthy didn't get picked. Harry Dean started well, but again, elevated price, didn't do enough. Dirksen didn't get picked. Kitty Coleman is going okay till about half time, but yeah, extreme. Well, he's a mid-pricer, but not going there. No, thank you. Harry Ralston, same thing. That's a no. If we're looking at Tanner Bruhn, that is a yes. In my team currently, halfback role, sign me up. I mean, simple as that. 270 odd K, easy, yes. Then we've got Selwood of the Dogs. Did enough, I think. Was very good with his tackling pressure, but I don't know if I want 2 Dogs rookies, because if we move on to the buy section, we're definitely going with Lockie Jakes. Absolute lock, simple as that. Was fantastic. Took kickouts, looked very composed. Jai Sarong of the Hawks. Was at the Hawks, moved to the Swans. He was dominant on a wing for about a half, then teetered off, but taking that absolutely. 119k basement price basically, and has to do less than the elevated rookies, so definitely all in on that. Jagger Smith, don't think I need to talk about him at all, just simple lock. Leo Lombard, again, bench option, looked good, looked very good. I mean, tackling, kicking goals, and relatively high possessions for a player of where he's playing. Philippou attended about 40% CBAs against the Pies, so not a huge midfield role, but again, I'm fairly confident at locking him in. And the last player on this list that we'll go over is Artie Jones. Got basically knocked out by Harris Andrews. Unfortunate. DPP would have been super handy, but in saying that, I mean, these scores are in the rolling cycle. Yes, it might only be for a limited amount of time, for the lowest amount of time actually, because it's only one price cycle, but it's a no from me because I think it was about a 10 in the end, so I don't think you can actually go there. So he's off the list for me, so thanks for that, Harris Andrews. That's absolutely wonderful. If we go into some price projections, yes, price projections. I mean, you don't need SuperCoach Gold to do this. As you can see on screen, this is X, formerly known as Twitter. Follow me on there, at Scobie__. We do price projections and break-evens. Now, these won't be all the players that I mentioned. These will be players from the games and price projections that people have tweeted asking for, and some that I've just done because I wanted to know. So we've got Hayden Young going at 95s. As you can see, I mean, makes about 100k, but I think he's definitely got the potential to go higher than a 95. Obviously, anything lower is going to stunt his cash projection, and anything higher will put it on a much steeper upwards trajectory. So, been doing this for a couple of years now. Finally cracked the SuperCoach formula about 2 years ago, and I mean, evidence is here. There's a bucket load of tweets to go back through and have a look at, but this is Hayden Young. These are the break-evens of the Suns and Cats games, so you won't see this on the app, but if they perform well in round one, this is what their, I guess, adjusted break-even is right now before that game. You got Christian Petrarca at 24, Leo Lombard at -24, Noah Anderson at 128, Zeke Euland at 34, Brun at 12, Holmes at 120, Baz Smith at 167, and Tommy Stewart at 81. So all potential options there. Next up, Darcy Parish scoring 90s. And I mean, again, it's about 100k. But we all know if he gets back to his best, he's going to eclipse that and go much higher. Now, Bailey Smith, again, was asked for this one. Someone wants to potentially pick him up round 4, potentially. This is what it's going to look like. And you can see the break-even here is 170, which is different to 167 in the initial tweet. This one was done post-scaling. So all the early ones are obviously pre-scaling. So if they get another point or they lose a few, that's going to offset it by the smallest of margins. But you can see here it's about 60k give or take due to such a small score in round 0. So yes, round 0 scores do count. They do matter towards the break even. We've got Petrarca going 110s, and I mean, if it's kind of a gift round 0, because you'll see later with Naz, like, you get to see what they score. As I said, you don't get the points, but you can kind of set your team up to obviously have a higher value if you get these blokes in and maneuver your team to start them. This is him going 110s. By round 7, he would have put, 59k on his starting price. So, seems like a no-brainer to me, and he looked fantastic. You've then got Brodie Grundy going 125. So he doesn't actually drop that much coin. I mean, he did score 113, I believe it was, but if he goes 125, I mean, up until round 6, it's not that much of a loss. So if you're thinking of starting him, then don't be discouraged at all. We've got Lockie Blackiston going 85, so it's a tick over 100k profit, and that's only going at 85. Now again, if he scores lower than that, obviously it's going to be stunted and halted. If he scores more than that, I mean, huge upward trajectory, which I think he can do. GWS and Hawks game, you've got Callahan will have an adjusted break even of 139, Whitfield 121, Joe Fonte -6, Cogs -3, who is very good. Lockie Ash 147, Clary 64, Sicily 51, and Connor McDonald 47. So this all comes into your thinking for your obviously round 1 team. You don't want to start, well, me personally, I don't want to start with a player that has a massive break even, because you're basically losing cash from the get-go. I shouldn't say you're losing cash from the get-go. Chances are you're going to lose cash, and you want to be making it so you can, I guess, get your upgrade season rolling, get that upgrade cadence happening, and just continue on upgrading all over your team. Next up, we've got Clary, 110. You can see if he's looking the goods, pick him up after the buy for an extra 50k. And you might be a Clary believer, you might not be, but going at 110, he's done it in the past, looks good, looks fit. Me personally, I'm not putting him in my team currently. I'm more than happy to wait after that buy if he's the real deal. Next up, we've got Caniglio going 90s and 95s. So if you're keen on Cogs, you can have a look at this post. Come over to X, chuck us a follow, search Caniglio, you'll find it. I mean, he's going to make money. You want him to go roughly 95, and then that's 130k profit. Or if he just goes 90, you're looking at about 110k profit, whatever you think he's capable of. Got the Lions and the Dogs break-evens. Bont. Now, I will say no player that started the season at 700k plus has kept that 700k price tag. I'm definitely not starting him, but his adjusted break-even right now, prior to round 1, is 149, English 108, Richards 76, Lockie Jakes -40, should be a lock in everyone's team. Connor Buderick -11, Selwood -26, Neil 88, Will Ashcroft 108, Kitty Coleman 26, and Hugh McCluggage 226. Because he was ruled out with a calf issue, which is unfortunate for him. Lockie Ash, again, not going to drop that much coin, going at 105. It's only a 20k drop. So if you were keen on Lockie Ash, I think it's still viable to start him. We're looking at Connor Buderick going 80s. He makes 130k. If obviously he upholds that 80 average. If you think he's going 90, well, it's even better than that. It's 150k profit by round 6, and I am personally starting him because he looked fantastic. That third quarter, 9 kicks, 100% disposal efficiency, and he even had 8 kickouts as well. Even if you take away the kickouts that he had when Bailey Dale was off the field, he still had 6 to 4. So 50% increase on Dale, which you generally think Bailey Dale is going to do the majority of the kicking out for the Dogs, but it was Connor Buderick, and I mean, I've been big on him for a while now, and that just solidified that choice. Tanner Bruin going at 90. I mean, it's not bad at all. Just a tick over 130k profit going at 90, and he's well capable of doing so. Obviously got that nice cruisy half-back roll, so more than keen to lock him in. Lockie Jakes going at 65s. I mean, it's just pick him. Like, I don't need to explain that. That's like 170 odd k profit right there if he goes at 65s, and he's more than capable of doing so. I think that's almost his floor, which more than happy to lock him away. Got the Pies and Saints break-evens. Josh Dacos is 63, Nick Dacos is 114, Jordan DeGoey 29, Dan Houston 68, Darcy Cameron 116, Naz 169. Thank you to Perryman for that. Sinclair 81, Carroll -11, and Philippou -3. So yeah, Naz got tagged by Perryman. We all know that. A bit of debate going around whether we want him in our sides. The reason why I don't have him currently is purely because I think he's the number 1 tag target for them. I don't think anyone else is going to get tagged besides Nazaya, and that leaves me to think that Jack Sinclair is the better pick out of the two, purely because he's going to have the entirety of the defensive 50 to do literally whatever he wants, whenever he wants. So Naz, as you can see, only drops 30 odd k if he starts scoring 110s. If he gets tagged next week, he might not. But I mean, in saying that, if you're not scared of that, then just start him. Don't let, I guess, a tag in the opening round scare you off a premium. We then have Jordan DeGoey going 90s, who I think is more than capable of. Has done, I believe it is, 87 7 times in his career, and he's never looked better and never had a better preseason. So have a look. You can choose when you'd want to trade him off. Starts at 321k by round 8. You basically made 130k. This is him going 90. Now, I know he did kick 3 goals. Obviously, I watched that game. But in saying that, my counter would be, I understand he's not going to kick 3 goals a game. That's a given. He played absolutely amazingly. But in saying that, check his quarter 2 time on ground and check his game time on ground, because that will change. I mean, he's been managed basically the last 2 games played a half against GWS in the Amy series and looked great. He also got managed in-game last night. So played 69% total time on ground, and I think there was a few other factors that also led to him not getting CBAs. Obviously, Naz going into the middle. Who was tagging him? Perryman. Perryman generally plays across half back. Perryman followed Naz everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Pocketed him, blanketed him, did a fantastic job. But if Naz goes into the middle, who's going to follow him into the middle, therefore eating up a CBA rotation? Harry Perryman. So I don't think Collingwood are going to tag that often, but obviously can if needed. And when that happens, potentially midfielders will see a drop in CBAs. Like Crisp didn't play that much midfield, and DeGoey didn't get as many CBAs as I thought he would. On the flip side, he was basically playing as a midfielder anyway. So he was literally starting at half forward. As soon as that ball is thrown up, he just ran in, and then he was in the midfield rotation. So it's as simple as that for me. Locking him in, more than happy with that. If we go back to our list from the buys, Lockie Jakes is an absolute lock. Sarong is a lock. Jagger is a lock. Philippou is a lock. Lombard is a lock. Artie Jones is not, but that's not his fault. If we go into the watch list, I think the only other player that is an absolute lock for me is Tanner Bruin. And I mean, besides that, I think Selwood is a fantastic option, but I prefer Jakes, and I definitely don't want two rookies coming from the same team, especially when they're coached by Luke Beveridge, because we know how much he likes to throw the magnets around, and I'm not a fan of that. Have been bevoed in the past with Josh Dunkley. Obviously, I know different scenario, premium compared to rookies, but not willing to take that one on again. And that's about it, guys. So if you have enjoyed this video, if you haven't checked out the rookie rankings and the verdict video, go and check that one out. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you've got any questions regarding the break-evens and whatnot and what they mean, leave a comment, leave a like, let me know. And if you're looking for some, chuck in some requests on X. Simple as that. Drop me a follow at Scobie __ on Twitter. And have a fantastic evening.